Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. It's the Pittsburgh Panthers and the Florida State Seminoles. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Catching up with the Seminoles head coach pregame, even though their opponent today is not ranked in the top 25, coach has been warning his players all week. Do not overlook anyone. We have to be the best version of ourselves today. I'll keep you posted on how it's going at halftime. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. He'll bring it out. It's Gentry. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Sperry. And he avoids the sack.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Second down, gonna throw it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's changing the play. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Right side, it's Chroma. Just plowing ahead. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Escapes the pressure going right. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time.
Oh, out of space. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. To throw, it's Berry. Look out! Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Second down, gonna throw it. He's taking the shot. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The ride. He breaks a tackle. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic.
I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety.
Well, he was trying his best to get out of the end zone, but the penetration up front is what got that safety for the defense. Shooting their gaps, winning the one-on-ones. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that fine.
There he goes. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Quarterback changing the play. To the air, it's Berry. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Escapes the pressure to his right. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Left side is Croma. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Leaves it in his belly. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Red pass, it's complete. Got some room into the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
They'll try to get it in with the run.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Looking downfield, it's Berry. On the move, past the line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No, well, nobody's got him.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, Dave.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Catch in the middle, it's Hunt. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Turning it on. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll ride the hot hand. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll move the tight end. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. He's got it. And he scores! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Lining up for the PAT. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it in and get the easy touchdown.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Moving the pocket, it's Sperry. Looking deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. Pulls it. Now the Pitt. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Timed him perfectly to knock him. Forces the 3rd down.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, no! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Running inside. It's Smith. Sweet cut there. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out wide right, it's Hicks. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They're bringing the chop, they're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Smith. Runs through a tackle. Good work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give is to Smith. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it. Oh, he's got some. Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, this guy's a backup maybe for a reason, because on his first carry of the game, he puts the ball on the ground. If you don't have ball security, your coaching staff doesn't trust you to get it done.
The give. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Changing the routes with his receiver. Finds his man on the RPO. Into the house. Touchdown, Seminoles. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're...
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Florida State sideline. The offense is getting ready to take the field right now, but they have been patting the defense on the back, patting guys on the helmet, saying, get that ball back for us. We are going to make them pay. This defense has kept their offense right in it. There's a ton of chemistry and excitement down.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Sperry. Fires deep toward the end zone. Pass is broken up. Lead as they were trying to strike for 6.
And that's a good idea for this defense. I would be covering him, too, because he's already had a day's worth of yards. The big play out wide, man, they are finding him, and he's making productive plays. So good job by this defense recognizing that guy's not beating me anymore.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the catch, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. You've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Not taking a knee, he'll bring it out. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Let's go to the sideline at Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Panthers sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it. The crowd is feeding off it. And they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Motion from the back. Wants to throw one first. And to get rid of it quickly. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Left side is Hunt. Open space at the 25. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Checking in from the Seminoles sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. The throw. Right side, it's Boggs. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The Noles are in the hurry-up. Moves the pocket. It's Sperry. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Making the adjustment. Anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. So after that false start, now dealing with 2nd and 15. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Right on target this time. FSU calling its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. And the Noles will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not a lot of room to field this one. And he loses the football on the return. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with Baylor taking on the number 18 team, the Auburn Tigers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. Pitt will line up to punt it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Florida State sideline. Guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game. And the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
Appreciate that, Holly. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Between the hashes, it's Cobb. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, it's Croma. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And this offense hadn't got the ground game going at all, but it hasn't mattered. The passing game has been so good. So you'd like to create balance on offense, but as long as they can keep spinning the pill out wide, this offense has been just fine.
Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down. And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. Needs it. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted to 4th down to keep the drive going.
No mystery there. 4th and inches. Hand it off. Keep the drive alive.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Motion from the wideout. Play action on first down. Oh, pressure's coming. Quickly to the tight end. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end, can catch the football and make big plays.
Using his legs, it's Croma. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Selling the fake. Here comes the heat. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
Dropping back, it's Berry. Out wide left, it's Cobb. He's inside the 10. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Out wide right, it's Boggs. Touchdown, Florida State. And the stomping has commenced. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. First play of this drive. He'll throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Open on the right side, that's Smith. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Caught by Smith. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down to the air. They're all over him. Left side, it's Smith. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So we open the final period with a third down play. Powers inside. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Panthers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, gonna throw it. Under pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. He lets one fly deep. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Tight end now in motion. Got to make the play on fourth. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. The Panthers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run it. It's Smith. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Finds his target. Touchdown, Panthers! A great catch and run for 6. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Going for it all. Got it. Touchdown, no! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And he makes the extra point. Not much reason to go for the onside kick at this point, except they want to run up the score.
They're like the kid at the playground that just does not want to share their ball with anybody else and play in the sandbox. They've got a crazy lead, and still, head coach decides to go out, onside kick, they get it, and they maintain with possession. It's crazy.
Wide receiver going in motion. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Stepping to the right. Makes the catch. It's Cobb. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. The play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. He wants to throw it again. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Seminoles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. How about this on first and goal? The gift to the wide receiver. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
No game, but you got to be creative, right? Once you get near the goal line, you got to try to get the ball in the perimeter as fast as you can. So many big bodies come in the game. You want to get the ball with some speed on the perimeter. You gave it a successful try, but the defense was ready for it. No dice. Good job by the defense being ready.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll send the tight end in motion. Keeps it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown Seminoles. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Pittsburgh sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The run inside. It's Smith. Makes his man miss. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. In the backfield, it's Hicks. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.